All signs point to this: a huge Panthers trade incoming, with injuries starting to pile up, and with the Cats taking their first loss of the season. Is a move going to be made? Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right down below. You guys need to stay up to date with anything and everything that has to do with your back-to-back Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. Now, I know what you're all going to say. It's too early in the season, small sample size, first loss, first game of a 5-game road trip. This is too early to start talking about, trades, this and that. What I'm trying to do right now is this: play out the different scenarios right now for the Florida Panthers and what I believe that they're going to do, what I think they already have planned. Yes, they just had their first loss last night, and it was not a pretty one. They came out of the gates half speed compared to what Philadelphia did. Philadelphia had their foot on the gas from the start, and they did not let off. Vladal had a very good game in net. Tarasov did too. He had some good stops. But again, our defense, all around, from our top 4 lines to our defensive pairings, it wasn't good enough to come away with a W. There was a lot of giveaways. Those ugly turnovers from some bad passes in our offensive zone. One, it was Verhaeghe with a really terrible pass that led to the breakaway. I mean, just error-filled. And again, that has to do with the chemistry. And what I'm saying to you guys is this: do I think they're going to make a trade right away? No. But I wanted to throw it out there to get your attention, absolutely, because they will. I think Bill Zito and the front office staff are not sitting idly by with all of these injuries that have been just compounding right now because of all the hockey that has been played in the last 3 seasons. They're not just going to sit there and say, all right, we're just going to twiddle our thumbs and kind of wait for the wheels to fall off, and then we're going to make a move. They already know what they're going to do. They're planning for the worst case scenario if the wheels do end up falling off. I mean, this is just one game. It's just one game, guys. This is going to be a good test for them on the road to see that chemistry. Hopefully it builds a little bit better on the road. These guys get to know each other a little more. They're hanging out like they did in the playoffs last season. But Bill Zito and company have a plan already. They know what they're going to do. That's it. I don't know who they're going to go after. Again, I think Malkin is probably going to be one of their top guys. I know some people are like, he's old, he's slow, he's this and that. He can still play. Look at what he's doing this year, guys. Look at what he's doing. With the line that he's on, he's playing solid hockey. If he comes here and he's on that first line as a 1C, I think he could do exactly the same thing here as he's doing in in Pittsburgh today. But I don't want to go in that direction right now because, again, is it possible? Yes. If the wheels start to come off of this thing and the Panthers, let's say they go 1-4 on this road trip. Again, I've said this before. They can't fall too behind in the Atlantic Division or they're going to be in some trouble. And I think Bill Zito will probably pull the trigger on a trade sooner than later. I don't think he'll wait because Malkin, again, I think is probably the best possible trade candidate because 1 year left on his contract. Yes, he's aging, but he's hungry. He does want to win another title. He did not say flat out he does not want to leave Pittsburgh. For those of you who've gone out there and said, he's already said no. Sidney Crosby says flat out he does not want to go. And I know they have a no movement clause, so they actually have the last say in what they want to do, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Again, look at Brad Marchand. Okay? He got Tkachuk to come here too. Both those guys came here. Okay? So don't leave anything off the table. But if the wheels fall off, this is the problem that's going to happen. How can the Panthers make things right and hopefully find a guy who can come in and help us get back to the Stanley Cup final and win a 3rd consecutive cup? That is the name of the game. That's it. I know Matthew Tkachuk is going to come back in December. That's going to be a huge boost. But what Matthew Tkachuk are we going to get? We don't know. that remains to be seen. Hopefully, it's going to be the same kick-ass guy that we had before. I'm sure it's going to be the same guy. But something could happen if the wheels fall off. It is too early for me to say anything. That's why I'm just bringing it up now and saying, listen, the loss last night was it was an ugly one. We did not play well. And I'm going to show you right now exactly what I'm talking about. Here you go, guys. Like, we had our opportunities. Lundell. But Vladal had a great stop right there. And that, we made him look so good, guys. We made him look so good. All right, let's keep going here. Here is another chance and another great stop. We just are failing to put the puck in the back of the net. I don't know why they're having such a hard time trying to find the back of the net. And here we go. These are the out of position plays that I've been talking about. Look where Reinhart is right now. Look where the puck is. Okay, that's a Panther that's playing the puck right now. Philly gets a stick on it, gets control, makes a pass right in the middle. Watch this. Right to Forrester, who makes a move inside and throws it right into the back of the net. Bad positioning by the Cats. Good move by the Flyer player, Forrester. But here we go again. Puck at the top. Shot in. Rebound. That was happening a lot last night. And here we are again. Look at this. Out of position. And just the turnovers that we're committing. I mean, just watch the play. Watch the puck on the bottom of the screen there and watch our defense. Here we go. Look at that. A 2-on-1 technically. Great pass. Better save to stop that one by Tarasov. This was not Tarasov's. He lost, yes, but it's not his fault. He played actually pretty well, guys, considering all things. Because here we go again. Philly on the power play. Watch this. Great passing by them. Guys, wide open. Wide open back door right there. Good stop by Tarasov. Here we go again. Good for the Panthers. Great pass. Oh, sorry, this is not good for the Panthers. This was the bad pass by Verhaeghe. Watch this. Who are you passing to? And it leads to this breakaway goal. I mean, this is what we're going to be dealing with now because of the chemistry issues. It's going to take time. And I've said this 100 times already in the last 4 videos. I know it's going to take time, but I'm still going to bring up the fact that a trade is a possible thing that could happen for these Cats because Bill Zito wants to win. He doesn't want to let this year just fall away because guys are getting hurt. He knows how to still build a solid team, bring guys in that are hungry and can win. And thank God it's a long season. There's 82 games. We got 78 more games. 78 more games to go. Excuse me. Season's very long. But when you start falling behind too much, it's really hard to catch up in the NHL. Really hard. So right now, do I think the Florida Panthers need to make a trade immediately? No. If they play like last night, they might need to. That first line, we're going to talk about it in just a second. The defensive miscues, we're going to talk about it in a second. They're all there, guys. I'm going to show you this one more time. Our scoring chances are there. We're not able to put it away for some reason. Here. Look at this. Bad play on the puck for us. Out of position. Reinhart should be a little bit closer to Forrester because Forrester has all that ice on the right side. Look at that. Going into the circle. Watch his movement. Perfect movement. What's Reinhart? I mean, I know our guy's right there. I know Verhaeghe. Is that who that is right there? Yeah, that was Verhaeghe going through, tried to take a swipe at the puck, completely missed it, and that opened up the middle for Forrester to head in between the circles and throw that puck right in the perfect spot over Tarasov's shoulder. And then, again, the opportunities are abound for these teams because we're out of place defensively. And, I mean, just what are we doing? How are we letting all these odd man rushes? It just seems like there's at least 3 or 4 every single game. And the passing, it's got to get better. Something's got to give here, guys. And this is what I'm saying. Do Do they find a guy who's a great defender and hope that lights a fire under these guys and they play better defensively? I do think it's a chemistry thing. I don't think Bill Zito is going to jump on something immediately. Again, if they finish out this road trip and it's not a good one, we might see a move. I think in 2 to 3 weeks' time, if the Cats are not playing well and they play like they did last night, we could see a move happening quicker than I think any one of us would want to see. Because for me, I think it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks for this team to really kick the tires and light the fires. Okay? It's going to take some time. So anyways, guys, let's get into some of what happened last night. 5-2 loss to the Philadelphia Flyers. Unfortunately, let's just get into it. All right, so the Cats out-hit the Flyers 24-8. They were definitely the more physical team. Shots were pretty close. We've been on fire for our power play and our penalty kill. So those are the two things that have been great in these first 4 games, and let's hope it just keeps rolling like this. I think yesterday was an anomaly. I think they just came out flat-footed. They didn't think that Philly was going to come out and play the style of hockey they were playing. And I think the Cats also lost because they just couldn't put away the big opportunities that they had. I mean, that Lundell opportunity, that should have gone in, man. If he just lifted that up 4 inches higher, it would have gone over Vladar's pad, and we potentially could have won the game. Not with that specific goal, but you never know what happens. But the giveaways, 17 in a game, that's killing us. We got to stop with those giveaways. All right. Luke Kunin and Anton Lundell were great inside the faceoff circle. That's one of the reasons why our numbers were better this game compared to the last 2. But Sam Bennett, again, I know he had his first goal. Thank goodness. Hopefully that gets him on a roll for the next few games and the rest of the season. But his plus-minus is terrible. -4 in yesterday's game. 2 penalties. He was aggressive with the hits. He had 7. That's the most on the team. The next guy had 2. You see a bunch of guys with 2s there. Brad Marchand was -2, and Carter Verhaeghe was -3. That top line was just not very good last night. The turnover by Verhaeghe hurt, and Tarasov really had to bail out the team a lot, especially on the power play. He had 10 power play saves, which I'm going to show you right now. These are his numbers. Look at that. 10 power play saves. In that short highlight clip, and I wish I could do longer ones, but for copyright reasons, I cannot. There was a time in the game when literally it felt like they were just this barrage of shots against Tarasov, and he was stopping them all. That's what I'm saying. Last night was not his fault. That L shouldn't be placed on his shoulders, even though he does take the loss. 1 shorthanded save. I mean, the guy was good. I like Tarasov in net. I think he's good. The guys in front of him need to do a better job on defense. And Petrie has been a little bit shaky. -3. 3 giveaways. Mikkola had 2 giveaways. I know he was in the positive category for the plus-minus at +1, but still. I mean, as a team effort, it was porous. It wasn't very good. It really wasn't. They responded like the Cats usually do. But once they went down 3-2, it was like there was no way that they were going to climb back into that game for some reason. It's just like, okay, they got down to the end of it. They took out Tarasov, and it's like, I don't know, it was too easy. But anyways, guys, that's the first game of the road trip. I'm not going to say too much more about it. Do I think a trade is imminent? Not so fast. I think there's still a little bit of time. I think this road trip, come back, have your homestand for those couple of games or few games. See how it goes in the sample size of like the next 8 games, which is about, 2 weeks or so? 10 days to 2 weeks. So I think that's when we're going to start to see any movement if Bill Zito thinks the Cats need it. But anyways, guys, another game tomorrow night. Should be a good one. I'll see you guys probably in another video tomorrow. And please leave your comments down below. Let me know your opinion on whether or not you think the Cats should make a move, or should they wait and see how the chemistry develops between all of these different lines that have been shaken up from injury. I think it's going to get better. Too small of a sample size of 4 games. Great homestand. Let's see what happens now. Boston is the big one. That's going to be the big one on the 21st. Circular calendars, guys. But anyways, talk to you guys later. Go Cats.